first formal introduction of him, perhaps we can have a round of applause from those who are here. Ryan Sidebottom, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Nice to be here. Cheers. Thanks very much.
Back on familiar turf. I know you have to come in here and do a lot of work, but this is a little bit of recreation for you today. What's it like being here for a test match again?
Yeah, it's really nice actually. A lot of fond memories representing my country here. But yeah, it's great to be here watching England. Obviously, they've got a tall task ahead of them. But you never know, anything can happen in sport, and if they get off to a good start, it's still a very good wicket. Again, the weather's pretty good. If they put a good partnership, you never know.
It's really strange because we're talking so much about the way that New Zealand are attacking this game of Test cricket that we almost feel like we're repeating ourselves. But we have to underline, don't we, that this is extraordinary. Even over the last 18 months or so, under Brendan McCullum, New Zealand have been playing a more attractive and aggressive brand of cricket. But they've taken it to a new level, even here, even from Lords. It's extraordinary, isn't it?
Is it not good? I just think for everyone, the fans, the people that come and watch Test cricket, I think it's been absolutely brilliant. The brand of cricket they've played, it's been exciting, it's been great to watch. I think it puts bums on seats. You don't want to see 600 play 600 and have a boring draw. You want to see good cricket being played, positive cricket. I think both teams have really done that. Ben Stokes' innings, was a game changer. And I think, New Zealand are ever improving. They've done brilliantly under Brendan McCullum. I think they look a really competitive side. They could keep improving and go from strength to strength. But, they seem to have outplayed England this game so far.
How would you have bowled at, I was going to say the tail enders, but the lower order, indeed the whole of the field?
I'd have bowled right arm actually, so they didn't know what... I don't know, to be honest. Look, it's been difficult. I don't think England have been at the best. I really think they probably should have hit the stumps a lot more. It's been shown, on television that they bowled a lot balls too short. It's very easy to play eventually, and I think if you're attacking the stumps, get your field set in the right place, you can take wickets. If they miss, you hit, sort of thing. And England have probably underachieved in this game with the ball so far. I think New Zealand have shown them how to bowl.
You have to go into one-day mode almost, because they are. So the bowling attack has to think about it too. Some slower balls, some ways of at least thinking on their level, perhaps.
Yeah, I think sometimes you've got to think on your feet and have different game plans. We sort of seem to stick to one game plan, bowling short, and it doesn't always work. I think pitching the ball up, maybe bowling Yorkers and slow balls, letting them hit down the ground. You can set a field to that and challenge the stumps. I think that's been the big thing. England have not challenged the stumps enough this game.
So 418 is the world record chase in the fourth innings in Test history. Here at Headingley, one of the highest. In 1948, Don Bradman et al. Got 404 for 3, didn't they? The funny thing about the amount of time that's left in the game, that England only need about 2.6, I think it is, runs it over in the 171 they had at the beginning of their fourth innings to win this game. So how do they approach things? Because it's not the normal sort of situation that a team batting fourth will face, chasing a big target.
As I've said before, it's still a very good wicket to bat on. The weather looks really good. It's going to be set fair for the next, day and a half. I think you sort of just take each session and maybe even strip it back a bit more and just, 10 runs, maybe 20 runs at a time, and keep chipping at the scoreboard. I think scoreboard pressure is always key, but I think you take the scoreboard out of it, don't look at the scoreboard and just keep trying to churn him out, get the partnerships on the board, and what will be will be. I think you've got to try and take it into tomorrow afternoon if you're going to win the game. If not, then you've got to just set your stall out to bat long and keep them out. You don't want to lose this Test match. You want to win another series.
So the New Zealand batsmen with a second new ball that England just took this morning were smashing it around about 7 and over. The New Zealand second new ball was a very different story. I think England were 11 for 3 or something like that after the similar amount of time that New Zealand had to bat this morning. So I suppose, will that be the crucial moment after 80 overs? New Zealand take the second new ball. If, like in the first innings, it's overcast, England could be in trouble. But if it stays like this, they're 177 without loss, so clearly the openers are in good form.
Yeah, I think also New Zealand probably had a little bit of luck on their side. The overcast conditions, the lights were on, but you still got to use that new ball and put it to your advantage. And they both, Trent bowled and Southey bowled absolutely beautiful. They put England bang under pressure. Again, they attacked the stumps. They bowled at the stumps and they brought slips into play. So yeah, it's not going to be easy for England. I think, again, just take the scoreboard out, try and bat as long as hard as you can, and what will be will be. You never know, anything can happen. You know, it is sport's a wonderful game, but I think England are under pressure. But I think you've got to commend the way that New Zealand have played. You know, they played some really great cricket this series. England outplayed them at Lords. There was a lot of ebbs and flows, but I think this game New Zealand have been on top more often than not.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be opening the questions to the floor a little bit later on, so have a little think about what you might want to ask Ryan, because before the end of lunch we'll be able to get a couple of your questions to him too. So just have a little think about how you'd like to approach that. And it could be a summer actually of England facing left-arm seamers, couldn't there? Because of course Trent Bolder's done ever so well. You've got the Mitchells coming in the Ashes as well. Are you pleased to see that the re-emergence of the left-arm seamer is going to be front and centre this summer?
I really am, yeah. I suppose being biased, being a left-hander myself, yeah, it's great to see. Australia have got two high-quality seamers. Trent Bolt again has caused a lot of problems for England. What I'd really like to see is us pushing left.